The historical metrics of Cardano fuel a doubling of value. Cardano sees price gains traction, and can will investors maintain this 30 million strategy? And Cardano rallies for the 5th straight day. Is it time for a bull run? Well, guys, we've got so much to talk about today. Let's not waste any more time. I'm your host, Amr. Make sure you stick around for the whole entire video to get all the important information. Let's jump right into it. So first, we got this tweet from BigPay at BigPayYT. Is at Midnight Network a replacement for hashtag Cardano? There's no mention of hashtag Cardano on their website or their Twitter account. I understood that Midnight would be a privacy hashtag crypto sidechain. This is their Twitter tagline: an innovative new blockchain empowering groundbreaking apps that safeguard sensitive commercial and personal data. Without passing judgment too early, it is an entirely new blockchain. It also makes me think about how Ben Gortzel is building at hypercycle_AI instead of using hashtag Cardano as he initially set out to do. Very, very interesting. BigPay responded then, saying, responses are all over the place. I'm going to do some digging. After digging, I'll write a thread about what Midnight is, what it will do, and how you can be a part of it. He says, do duality, man. Very interesting. If you could have all the hashtag Cardano transactions private, wouldn't you? Imagine the chain offers the same utility as hashtag Cardano, but it's private. Why wouldn't you use it instead of Cardano? IOG has learned a lot, built up a huge amount of momentum. Midnight could do more. Here's a video of Midnight from Scott Fest, and you guys can take a look at this thing. Kirika Hodler had to say, this is hyperbole. I'm sorry, you should know that Midnight depends on Cardano for security. BigPay responded saying, I'm not one to often exaggerate statements. However, in their marketing release, it has no mention of hashtag Cardano for security. Simply asking a question here and gathering as much data as I can. It's a fair statement. I don't know about the technicalities behind Midnight Network and how it's going to be running with Cardano. However, I don't think Midnight Network is going to be doing its own thing. Regardless, though, we'll have to see how it turns out in the end. Next, we got this tweet coming in from ADA Whale saying the general public will first find their way into crypto coin through a Bitcoin ETF. Then inevitably attention shifts to other coins. It won't escape their attention that the same amount of fiat gives you 50 to 60 more times more ownership of Cardano than a Bitcoin, plus yield and voting power. Very, very interesting. Pleb Thinker had to respond saying the general public doesn't even know what an ETF is, unfortunately though. About 50% of the US population invests in stocks. Wow. Chopstick LaRusso had to say you give the general public too much credit. And ADA was trying to say general public wants gains, and I agree. If people don't know what ETFs are, they will very soon realize what they are, guys. I wonder what you guys' takes on this are. Leave in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think, this is how it's gonna play out? Regardless, so I guess we'll just have to see. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. Next, we got this tweet coming in from Lucid at LucidCIC once again with another banger tweet coming through saying Cardano will flip Ethereum and become the world's dominant decentralized infrastructure. ADA. Very, very interesting. Darren had to agree. Cardano fan bam is too strong. I'm not selling Cardano. Say it louder. Cardano will flip Ethereum. Dude, quit telling people this. I'm still stacking low. You're right, Lil. I'm giving away all the alpha. I agree, man. Very, very interesting post here by Lucid. Next, we got this tweet from Hosky saying breaking. Cardano website does not mention Hosky anywhere on it. Is it over for Cardano? Interesting. But does Hosky mention? But does the Hosky website mention Cardano? Interesting. I wonder if it does. Oh, Odior had to say, I'm selling all my 88. I know that was such a bad take. Not going to zero. This is a more valid concern than Midnight selling my 88. You just love rekindling my relationship with him, eh? Interesting. I'm not too sure exactly how this plays out. I know Hosky is one of the main tokens for Cardano. Regardless, so we'll have to see. There's a lot of lack of mentions in websites. However, I wonder if that actually means anything in the long run. We'll just have to see how that goes. Next, we got Cardano, an article coming from Crypto News / Cardano price analysis. Will historic metrics fuel a doubling of value? So let's get right into this article. So Cardano bearish sentiment prevails as Cardano continues its horizontal trajectory into the weekend. It does so under a prevailing bearish sentiment. The cryptocurrency must overcome a resistance zone from $0.259 to $0.2692 to shift this sentiment. Currently, the relative strength index is below the pivotal 50 level, accompanied by the awesome oscillator residing in negative territory. These technical signals suggest a bias towards a further price declines, with potential for ADA to drop 5 and revisit support at $0.2397. Conversely, if sideline investors enter the fray, Cardano's price may reverse its bearish course, overcoming the $0.2600 resistance level and transforming it into a support level would significantly invalidate the bearish outlook. The northward deviation of the RSI hints at a potential bullish momentum. However, bulls must push the RSI above 50 to gain the upper hand. Very interesting. So Cardano's whales in focus. So Cardano price trajectory is closely linked to the actions of its major holders, often referred to as whales. In April 2023, Cardano achieved a yearly high of $0.46, partly fueled by positive market sentiment following Ethereum's Shanghai network upgrade. However, Cardano whales capitalized on this price surge to realize profits between April 19th and May 20th. These whales sold 1.98 billion ADA collectively, triggering a 24% price decline from 0.46 to 0.35. In contrast, recently Cardano whales accumulated 120 million ADA coins, approximately $30 million, between October 1st and October 20th. This accumulation has boosted their total holdings to 21.36 billion ADA, the highest level since the sell-off that followed the 2023 price peak. However, it is noteworthy that when Cardano reached its yearly peak at April at $0.46, the whales held a cumulative balance of 21.88 billion ADA. Hence, they still need to cover a deficit of 520 million ADA coins to double Cardano's price from its current level of $0.24 and reach a new yearly peak. Very, very interesting here, guys. Great article here talking about it. This kind of goes into a lot more of the technical sides here that I'm not too very specifically familiar with, but if you guys want to bring any insight into any of these terms or any insight into what this means for the future of crypto, please let me know in the comment section below. Next, we got this article coming in from beincrypto.com. Cardano price gains traction. Can whale investors maintain this $30 million strategy? Cardano has conspicuously stagnated within the $0.24 to $0.29 narrow range since mid-August. Can the recent $30 million whale inflows propel ADA above the 30 cents psychological resistance? So let's get into it. So on-chain data has revealed that prolonged lack of activity among whale investors is a major driving factor behind Cardano's price stagnation in recent months. But the whales, while it's holding up to 1 million to 1 billion ADA, have made noticeable capital inflows over the last 2 weeks, putting ADA price on the verge of a decisive breakout above 30 cents. As illustrated below, the whales' balances stayed flat between July 14th and October as they consolidated their cumulative holdings between 20.25 billion ADA and 20.29 billion ADA. During that period, ADA prices hovered between $0.24 and $0.28, but since the start of October, the whales have acquired 110 million ADA coins, bringing their balances above the 20.35 billion mark for the first time since July 23rd. Very, very interesting. So we'll have to see how this plays out. It's absolutely fantastic, but we'll see how it turns out. I hope it doesn't stay stagnant too long, and I think as development continues on for different tokens within ADA, we're going to see a huge boom once a lot of those get finalized. Retail traders could join in the recovery mission. Whale investors have started selling millions to position for the next Cardano price rally. However, that optimism has now spread across the retail markets as well. The latest data from 10 prominent crypto exchanges, including Binance, Coinbase, and Bybit, shows Cardano bulls now dominate the market. The aggregate order Brooks chart below shows that the bullish traders have placed orders to purchase 311 million ADA coins. Meanwhile, that's suppressed the market supply, which currently stands at 300 million ADA. Very interesting. Next, we got this article coming in from U.Today. Cardano rallies for the 5th straight day, time for a bull run. So let's get right into it. So Cardano, the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, might be poised for a 5th day of gains as if today's trade closes in green. Cardano, like the rest of the crypto market, has rebounded in the past week. A rise was initiated at lows of $0.247 on October 19th, which was sustained until press time. In the process of the climb, ADA rose past the MA50 barrier at $0.252, which had impeded price activity since the start of August. Today's price action accumulated in intraday highs of $0.269, with the $0.27 level posing as minor resistance, according to top trader Gareth Soloway. Very interesting news here. According to Soloway, a probable breakout from long-term wedge could provide some short-term reprieve from the bear market. However, an immediate breakout does not necessarily mean that the bottom has been reached because that is still undetermined. While this appears to have been accomplished, Cardano faces immediate upside hurdles at $0.27 and $0.3. As predicted, bulls could challenge the daily MA200 barrier at $0.201 for passage even higher. Meanwhile, traders should keep an eye out on the 0.24 level, as break below this level could invalidate the bullish situation. At the time of writing, ADA was up 2.71% in the last 24 hours to $2.65. The crypto coin has also gained 5.05% in the last 24 hours. Very, very interesting article here, guys. I think it might be time for a bull run, but we're going to have to see. I think the real bull run, the real surge is going to happen a little later down the line. But that's my own opinion, guys. I'm not trying to offer any financial advice. Make sure you're making well-informed decisions when you're doing your own investing. Don't just listen to anybody who's saying something, but I am here to try to report on news that I'm seeing throughout the crypto world, seeing how Cardano is doing and facing up in the crypto world. Regardless, guys, that's all we have for today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you leave a comment below and let me know what you guys were thinking. If anyone goes go into Hosky and what that was going on about, I'd love to know. Regardless, though, until the next video, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck with your tradings.